All
Is
right,
Craig pulling up?
we're now officially
I love Crunk.
Okay.
And yes, let me
Craig
get
needs to pull up.
Craig in here. Yeah, Craig's coming.
Crunk needs to come. And so am I.
All right, the channel is we're in game time 1. So kaboom.
Craig is so
Now recording.
Now recording.
Hello, Craig.
Hey,
Now
Craig.
recording.
Hello, Craig.
Greg, you are just such a valued member of this team.
Craig is a
Truly.
member of the party.
If he could respond, I'm sure he would agree.
Craig is the BMW, as my son would say.
All right. So, it's been a week since last we met. And some fucky stuff is going on. Oh yeah, by the way, disclaimer for anyone who's watching. We swear. We do
Fuck.
yeah, we do questionable
Incredible
things
story.
even for mature people. So, yeah, viewer discretion advised. There's going to be some dark themes and some dark and bad language. Possibly death, dismemberment, maiming, etc.,
Oh.
etc.
Great.
All right, so last time, who wants to do a little bit of a recap there?
I think it was mostly just tavern stuff, recovering
It was a lot
after the sister, and then it's like we're just heading off to the blockade. Very
Yeah.
simple.
Pretty much, yeah.
Most important thing that I remember is that Ishal had like 4 plates of food.
That was me.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah.
point
We
where
found-
a woman in the like the chef was looking at him like he was a freak.
And
were
we found
learning
out
a little-
that
Sorry, go ahead.
we found out that my family did something. Some sect of my family did something that put red
Brand.
red brand on the map.
Yes, you personally don't know. You've kind of thought about it since it was mentioned and racking your brain. You don't know if it's something that your family did do. It's been kept well hidden.
Oh, I thought you had me roll a history to find that out.
Oh, did I? Oh, I must have.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably in some notes, or at least you can put it in your notes
Yeah.
from what you
I'll put it in
remember.
my
But
notes.
My sister basically has like long dark epilepsy now.
yes,
had a seizure in the middle of the night and started speaking not in tongues because it was in the right language, but saying some ominous shit while writhing and having her eyes go black, which was very disconcerting.
yes. And then when you all gathered your things and departed and made your way towards the markets, and now you are heading, yes, outside of Stormreach. There was that moment where you had kind of all glimpsed in a fleeting image a figure watching you from the shadows before it disappeared. And I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of pick it up with you guys all venturing your way outside of Stormreach Port, heading beyond the exit and into the dense jungle forest that separates the town from the desert to the south. And let me get everyone on over. Well, you're already on the world map, so.
Yep.
All right, so you're kind of like right about there or so. At least on the map. And let's get some... how about some sounds? I bet I might be able to find something here. Yep. There we
Lovely
go.
forest sounds.
Pretty much, yeah. We got some jungle sounds. So, The ground is kind of loose and moist. It looks like it may have maybe possibly rained last night, which it did. And your trudge through the jungle path, the only one, by the way, and it's also somewhat wide, easily wide enough for several carts to come and go, kind of past each other on the path, if that makes sense. 2 lanes. And right now it's very empty. And you do see vague indentations in the ground of carts that may have traveled recently, but not as recent enough as to suggest that any have left or came into Stormreach Port within, say, the past week or 2.
Oh, it's been a while then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what do you all do as you continue your journey? Do you have anything you'd like to say? I know that Marcyra is maintaining her stoic silence, at least for now.
As we're walking out of town, are we still getting the feeling of being watched?
No. But then again,
Well, didn't you say it kind of happen? We feel that way all the time.
yeah, like, yes. So the reason for this is obviously the long dark. The long dark is just kind of ever present, and the light of day is much dimmer. So I mean, yeah, it's like you're walking through a place that you've never seen before, and it's made even more mysterious by the fact that it's enshrouded in sort of a half light.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that feeling, and you do know that that feeling is ever present, especially when long dark is near. But it's not like, holy shit, someone's watching us, and you happen to look and see that someone's actually watching you. It's nothing like that. It's
The whole thing.
it's like a feeling, yeah. It's like the hairs on the back of your neck standing up kind of deal.
Got it.
Mm.
Okay.
So have the tiefling girls walked out far enough that we can drop the disguises and we probably won't get any
Yep,
looks at because
you
we're
pass.
walking.
Yeah, you pass a group of 4 guards who are keeping watch over the entrance, and they pay you no mind as you leave. In fact, you're surprised at the fact that they don't do that, because you've heard warning after warning about this banditry going on outside of Stormreach Port, and these guys just kind of are expecting you to not return. So, and they kind of expect you to not listen to them anyways.
Nice.
Most people usually don't.
That
Based.
track sounds about right.
No, stop! Don't.
Come back.
Oh, don't walk into the forest.
No,
Don't do
no,
it.
no.
Don't go out there. It's dangerous.
Okay,
bye.
you're already walking. All right, bye.
But the one thing about your journey forward, and yes, to answer your question, you and Marcyra and Liliana are far enough away from Stormreach to drop your guise and reassume your normal visage.
Cool.
Sylvan, I think, is going to possibly walk a little further up ahead to kind of scout out, just to make sure. I don't think we ever caught like how far out this is supposed to be.
No, the way that it was described when the merchant was talking about the patrol, the bandit patrol, is that they kind of had a spot that they would hole up in. He had mentioned that it was definitely within the forest, but maybe far enough inside where there might be chances of getting lost, or possibly even like choke points.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you want to make sure if that's something you're going to go and kind of try and keep an eye out for.
I guess maybe keep an eye out for traps.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can go ahead and roll me perception for traps and also to kind of just like scout ahead and see if there's anything to
14.
worry about. Anyone else want to do anything?
Once they drop their whole disguise self, I was gonna walk up beside Marcel.
Close enough.
Marcyra, yep.
Yeah, Marcyra.
Okay.
I just love Marcy. Marcy's easy.
Funny
I
enough,
see.
as you kind of sidle up alongside her, she feels your presence. She doesn't even really look at you, other than a side glance, and she just says, "Yes."
Are you able to talk now?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
She says, I have no idea what you're talking about. Shirley, help me out here."
I'm gonna look at her, look forward, and go, Sylvan, wait up! Run up and go with Sylvan.
Okay. Well, Liliana, Geld, and Marcyra are kind of standing there. And Eshal, do you have any? What are you doing?
Wait, you said Marcy?
Marcyra
Marcy's
is
the-
her. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Marcy
Marcyra
is
is
the
her
nickname.
name. Marcy is my nickname for her, but I mean, I don't care if she minds if you guys use it. So
Yeah. Anything from you, Eshal? Eshal.
hello.
Alright.
I'm going to assume no. Well, let's see. Let's get your rolls. What did you roll? Perception. Okay. Well, how far ahead do you want to go, Sylvan?
Maybe like I don't know, like 50 feet.
Just stay 50 feet ahead of them at all times, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't notice hidden amidst the trees or the ground or terrain or anything like that any kind of traps or anything dangerous like that. But there is definite that there's like this there's a lot of hiding spots.
Yep.
So essentially going forward, you guys will probably, if you're going to try and maintain your stealth, you'll have to travel at a slow pace.
Okay. Judging by like the tracks and the ground and stuff like that, does it look like there was like a struggle anywhere recently?
No, and in fact, in these areas now that you're getting a little bit further outside of Stormreach, the tracks are becoming less and less apparent. In fact, there's even some spots where water has flooded the area.
Okay. So it's pretty marshy right now.
Yeah, before all the water sinks into the ground.
Yep. Got it.
All right, anyone else?
Ishal is just kind of keeping an eye out on the road and just making sure everyone's okay.
Okay. Ishal, you just out of nowhere, maybe it's just part of the terrain that you're in, but you hear this kind of hissing sound.
He'll look over to where the hissing sound is.
You're confounded because it seems to be coming from all directions. And then it just stops after a few seconds.
Ishal just scowls but doesn't really comment. But always keeping a hand on his hilts.
Okay. And Geld, Marcyra is still kind of puzzled as to what you could want.
You just look over to her as he's walking and say, "So not safe to talk yet?"
She says, I suppose it's as good a time as any.
And why not tell us what you're holding back then?
Trying to, what are you asking her? Sorry.
Back when you were telling us about her whole spiel, I did an inside check. I found out that she was holding information back.
Oh, well then I'm gonna need a persuasion check.
Okay.
She, her disposition towards you has not changed yet, and she is still actively trying to hold something back, so.
Sorry, my cat getting in the way.
Kitty.
Hey, Liliana.
I- Nothing.
Okay. She says, look, you seem like a really nice guy, but I'm just not willing to divulge that information yet.
Oh,
We're trying to get her to talk about like what happened that led to her getting arrested.
Getting arrested, possibly, or maybe what happened to her in Ebonshade.
yeah, because I found out that she told us what happened, but she left some important stuff out.
Well,
So-
since I was the one that got you out of jail, I believe you owe me an explanation at least.
Roll me
And-
persuasion with advantage.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, get well outside. If not,
I've never
maybe
wanted a
Kelly.
high roll.
17.
She says, boy, both of you are tenacious. If you must know. She ponders for a moment before she says, the Black Lake. You've been there, yes?
Have I? Probably not.
You personally have not.
I look to the others.
The only ones
Does
who
that name
have.
even strike a chord with me at all?
All of you can roll a history.
I was about to say the only ones that have been to the Black Lake are Sylvan and me, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
We're rolling
But
history.
you two are far
We're not even
ahead.
in the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
Would being from the Wardens give me
Oh
an
yeah,
advantage?
I'm not even in the conversation.
Yes, being part of the Wardens would give you advantage on that, actually. Good point.
Okay. 18.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
There you go.
Okay, so Liliana and Ishal, did you want to roll for that?
Sure, I'll roll. I just wasn't sure if I was in the conversation or not.
You're listening in.
Okay. 13.
Okay, actually, all of you would know this then. So the Black Lake is a body of water in Ebonshade Forest. It's notorious for people visiting and never returning from. And it was also the site of one of the quests that was given to the party to travel to and recover one of the Luminolith shards. In doing so, they arrived at the Black Lake, and they learned that the Black Lake and the surrounding area is inhabited by the Shadarkai. The historical context that you guys would know, or at least Geld and Liliana would know, is that the Black Lake, Shadar Kai, everything to do with Ebonshade Forest is kind of highly, any information about it is highly sought after by outside interests such as Los Angeles, the city, the council, anyone who traverses Ebonshade and survives has valuable information. It is a place of great mystery that only so many people have actually gone into willingly. There's been a few people, like scholars, traveling scholar, and like magical practitioners throughout history who've, at least since the eclipse, that have definitely traversed its lands. But you just know that it's of heavy interest to many people in Elisara.
I haven't been there personally, no, but I know a lot of people go there. Or it's
Agreed.
interesting to a lot of people.
Same here.
But the Black Lake, specifically, there's kind of a bad juju about it. People believe it's cursed. Some people believe that the darkness, the long dark, has incredible sway over that area, which is not entirely true for those who have actually been to the Black Lake. But you don't know that yet.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
So, anyway, she says, okay, so you've heard of it. Then you're familiar with the Shadar Kai, yes? Dark elves?
He kind of gives a hand gesture. I'm sort of one, but it's complicated.
Oh, you do actually have a bit of the color, don't you, to your skin?
He nods.
You're not too far removed from the Ebonshade, then. So she says, the Shadar Kai, well, they thought I was trespassing, and I guess I kind of was. And I maybe attempted to take a couple things of theirs. That was purely willingly, and had nothing to do with Red Brand. But they caught me, and
Can I insight that part?
Sure.
Also, off topic, just because Tristan doesn't know a whole lot about Shattercry, what, like for Liliana, what would she know about Shattercry?
Shadar Kai are suspected and actually almost proven to be born from the Long Dark. They are a specific subset of elf that wandered into the plane of shadow and reemerged sort of plane touched. But it was in a controlled manner. And
Pretty crazy.
yeah. So the first Shadar Kai then, of course, breeded with different elves, and that's what you have now. But it's very interesting because every generation of Shadar Kai carries with it the traits of the previous. So it's like if you think about like the game Vampire the Masquerade and how the earlier generations of vampires are the most powerful. Well, this is
Maybe
almost
knowledge and stuff.
yeah. This is like
bloodlines.
bloodlines. Yeah, essentially these every single one of the Shadar Kai believe themselves to be superior in every way to every other race.
Okay.
So like royal bloodlines.
But the other thing that kind of is the kicker here is that they have proven themselves mostly to be exactly that. In fact, there are two people in your party who could probably shed some light on the situation.
If only they were here.
So there's
Yeah,
a
I got
lot
it.
of like there's stigma involved with the Shadow Archive, but there's also benevolence and some other kind of weird, almost like we'll call it intuition that they have, kind of being able to read people very well, and they have been known to direct quote unquote people in the past, and maybe Marcyra is one of those.
Okay. I got the 19 on the inside check.
She is actually telling you the truth. She said,
Okay.
okay, if I'm being honest, I was in the forest for far too long without a shard, and they had one, and I wanted to get it, and I was caught. But then something really strange happened. They sent me across the lake, and I had the strangest experience. But they were waiting for me at the end with the shard in hand, and they gave me one. But then I traded it for passage.
You should count yourself lucky then.
Out of character, my character know if crossing the lake has any sort of special meaning?
Roll me religion if you got it. If you don't have it, I'll take a... what's the base for religion? Is it intelligence?
Yeah, I
wisdom?
do not have religion, and it is intelligence as a base.
Okay. Then
Does
I
he
will
get
take...
advantage?
I'll take an intelligence check with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Oh no!
Ooh.
So you don't know beyond the shadow of a doubt whether or not crossing it actually means anything or does anything, but you do know that these sort of lost societies often have their own sort of superstitions or ritualistic approaches to things, or just kind of maybe have special ways of existing.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's possible. You just don't know.
Yeah.
No, I just remember something.
Okay.
I think my character may know that, well, Sylvan and Shirali might have done something within Ebershay, but not where.
Right. You have exactly. There was that conversation you guys had previously in Stormreach, but now you're piecing things together like, okay, maybe they had something happen.
Oh no, I mean when he met them in Misthaven.
Right. Right. You had just arrived there, but they had already gone through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for you, you're just kind of like piecing all these little puzzle pieces together.
Gil will look at her and say, maybe you should talk to your sister about that. I know her and Sylvan were within the forest at some point. Maybe
What,
they can help give you some guidance.
What you think? Well, you think they went to the Black Lake?
I don't entirely. Wait, would my guy know the mission they were on?
Yeah, kind of.
Would we have told him?
Were they nearby at all?
Shadow?
We're
Shadow,
about.
would we have told them?
We were like 50 feet away.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you guys want.
My perception is ass. So
Yeah, if your passive perceptions are above 14.
it's an 8.
Mine is 11, so no.
Okay. Then I would say you
Would
don't
we-
hear anything about this conversation.
Okay.
Shadow,
Yeah.
would we have told them what we did with the previous party?
No, I don't think we
No,
ever brought
I
that up in
don't-
conversation.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
We ever, no, I'm not asking if we did. I'm asking if we would have, because I don't think we would have, even if we.
Well, Sylvan as a character is very quiet by nature and is very reserved and doesn't trust people most cases.
We as a rule are
She
pretty
wouldn't
tight.
have said anything to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was more or less talking about it if it was a mission sent from the wardens to go there.
We probably would have. I mean, you know that we were in the Evan shape, but I don't think we would have said anything about the.
Yeah, I don't believe we would have brought it up at all.
Correct.
I think we're very.
No, I
It
wasn't
was a
talking about
very
you. No, I wasn't talking about you two bringing it up. I was wondering if the wardens had gave you that mission.
The wardens did not give them the mission. The council
No,
did.
we just kind of found our way there out of character. I know we're not discussing this in game, but
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
we had just kind of found our way there after being at Project Dawnbreak, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I was
I
wondering.
mean, crazy. If you mention like maybe you should talk to your sister, I feel like Liliana would call the two of them over.
Okay, I like that. So Marcyra is just like she's just like no. Okay. And yeah, you two up ahead. As this whole previous conversation is going on, Shirali, you catch up to Sylvan as she's looking around and keeping an eye out and very cautiously moving forward. Do you guys have any sort of RP?
Are we walking like Elmer Fudd?
Yes.
I have my
Bunch of
sickle in my
wabbits.
hand.
Duck
Yes.
season.
Yes, you are. And
I'll sidle up. Be like, okay, I can stealth. Maybe not as good as you, but I can stealth.
I think Sylvan would probably want to remain quiet, only just to make sure to listen for things. So I'm gonna look over at Shirali and just kind of put my finger up over my lips to kind of tell her to remain quiet.
Yo, Liliana's gonna screw that up.
hey guys. Okay.
Come on, you and I never get you and me time. If you want to be quiet, come on.
We could give you a few moments here before that happens.
No, I can be quiet. Isn't that what she's telling me? I can be quiet.
Yeah, I mean, you could be quiet, but you could also whisper.
Ooh, facts. All right.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to shut the fuck up. I said,
I think that
You
she
know.
would tell you that if she really wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like crouch my shoulders, hold my crossbow, walk real slow.
I'm just gonna
Low's
whisper-
crossbow with malicious intent.
I'm just gonna whisper over to Shirali and say, "I'm just listening."
I know you're just, but I kind of wanted to talk to you because it's a lot of the world. This is a whirlwind of new people.
Can you actually like talk in a normal voice just so I can?
Yes,
hear
yes,
the thing?
I'm
We'll
just
just say it's whispering.
Yeah, this is all in whisper.
I swear I'm whispering. Okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk. We haven't really gotten a second, just you and I. It's been kind of a whirlwind of new people as of late.
It has been. What's up?
So I never really knew what the whole point of any of this was because I kind of just got dragged into it, like I'm sure you did. But
You know, to be honest, that's exactly what happened. I was in what was it, Los Angeles? Is that the name of the town that we
Yep.
started out in?
Yep.
Okay. I was just in Los Angeles, and next thing I knew, I was in the middle of a race, and then after that, we ended up getting attacked, I believe it was,
Yep.
by, I forget who did it. Was it the Harbinger guy?
Yeah, and several shadow entities that had broken
Yes.
through. And
Yeah, it's
started
been a long
attacking
time
civilians.
since we've done that, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I ended up with these guys, and I found myself becoming a warden, like just out of the blue. I didn't even ask for any of this, but you know, I just went along with it. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not here for anything other than just, you know, the treasure and the cash.
that's fair.
But I have admittedly grown fond of my companions.
I'm sorry they're not here anymore.
No, I mean you and
Oh,
the people here. But yes, I will miss my old friends too, of course.
Yeah, fuck them. No, I'm just kidding.
Those guys,
I'm
they're
just-
lost.
but what I really wanted to ask, was it a good choice to bring her along? And I, like, very not subtly gesture behind me with my eyes so I don't have to move to make the gesture.
Sorry, Marcyra.
I'm gonna assume that you're nodding towards Marcyra, of course.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm just gonna say, well, she's your sister.
You see
It's
that?
I
up to
know.
you. What do you want me to
I
do
know.
about it?
You see that
I'm
she's
not
talking with
asking
Geld and Liliana. They're conversing about something. Sorry, go ahead. Now.
I'm not asking you to do anything about it. I just,
Well, what can I do to help you? At least
I'm
let
not
me try and help.
you don't have to help. I don't know if she really needed my help. If she even wanted my help. Because what's the point of giving your help to someone if they don't actually want it? Because I'm sure that she had some kind of plan cooked up in her head of how to get herself out of that jail or get herself exonerated or whatever it was she was planning on doing. Or maybe there was a lack of a plan and she was just about to revel in the consequences. But
Well, again, I mean, she's your sister. Nobody knows her better than you. We don't know anything about her. So if what
Yeah.
you say is true, then it sounds like, yeah, she didn't need our help.
well, right now I find myself not knowing her at all.
And that's when you
Perhaps-
hear. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say,
Dramatic effect.
perhaps we just need to keep a closer eye, just in case.
Yeah.
And that's when you hear Liliana shout.
Hello, you guys over here.
And your
Gonna
stealth
turn
is
around.
ruined, and you guys
Yeah,
stop.
no more stealthiness.
Your foot
I
just like
stand up.
falls to the ground, and you're just like, well, fuck.
I stand
Listen,
up with my elbow
Liliana
closed.
has no survival skills.
I have a -2 to survival. I can't say shit. But I'll stand up from my Elmer Fudd crouch, put my crossbow away, and fall back.
Okay. Then, do you both do that, or Sylvan, are you staying?
Yeah. No, I'll come back.
Okay. Well, you see that Geld and Liliana and Marcyra are just, chatting, shooting the shit. And you both run up. And Geld,
Mm-hmm.
let me just double check something here. I'm just looking at your sheet.
Not allowed.
Be very quiet.
Check the good numbers, not the bad ones.
No, I'm just looking at.
Just looking at your HP.
I
I probably have the least amount of HP out of all of y'all.
How many?
26.
We're the same.
Hey,
I got 34.
All right.
we're like
Yeah,
76.
So you guys can RP for a moment before something happens. We'll see.
Okay, great. You all called me back here. I'm assuming it's not just to look at my face instead of the back of my head.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Your face is very beautiful.
Ew. No, it's not. Don't tell me.
She wasn't even hitting
You're-
on you.
Your face is beautiful. You want to know how beautiful your face is?
No, I know you weren't flirting. I'm just telling you objectively, I know that's not true. So I would rather you not say it.
Spare me the
Everyone is
flattery.
beautiful. I think
So
everybody is beautiful in their own way.
Marcyra's like, we're tieflings. Of course we're beautiful.
Yeah, and you're comfortable, not rich. Anyway,
Oh!
anyway, you came to look at my average face. Is there anything else you wanted?
Oh my god.
Your sister was telling us about a lake that she went to in the Ebonshade, and Geld said that you had been in the Ebonshade recently.
I'm gonna look at Geld and go, how do you know that? How did you know that?
Marcyra looks at you and she says, and what happened to you?
I'm not talking to you.
I'll just look at you, Charlie, and just say, well, since we met in Mist Haven, you did talk about the forest a small bit. I don't know where
Oh.
you were in the forest.
Yes.
Okay, yes, we
Do
were by the
tell.
lake in the forest.
Oh.
What about it?
Well, I just happened to be at the same lake, and was my experience the same as yours? I'm wondering. Probably
Was
not.
it shit?
Absolutely fucking awful.
I don't know. Do you call reliving your worst nightmare shit?
I
Yes.
don't recall it was us living our worst nightmare. But we fought a beast. That wasn't exactly very fun.
You. She actually looks not altogether like here at this moment. She starts to dive into her head and she looks down at the ground and starts kind of, you know, this look very well, Shirley. It's her in her thoughts.
I'm gonna snap in front of her face. Come on. We're
Shit,
gonna,
what? Okay.
we're gonna keep on walking. Think and walk.
You
can
know
do
I
that.
hate
know
it when you
can.
do that.
I don't care if you don't like it.
She she says, I did not have the same experience.
Okay. And what was your experience? Other than reliving your worst nightmares, which I can't imagine what those are like.
You can just see she looks like she's sweating.
Oh.
And she goes a little pale and she says, you know. Deep down, you know. And Shirley, if you would please roll me history with advantage.
Oh, okay.
You got this.
Okay, we're doing history with advantage. Excuse me. My sheet is being disrespectful. 1 second.
It's always
That is
disrespectful.
fair.
Disrespect our surroundings.
Same wavelength.
Okay. That's all right. So as
Can't
of
imagine it was very good.
right now, you're actually,
hold
you've been separated from your sister for a good bit.
Mhm.
And not only have you kind of gone through your own little emotional trauma, being separated from the only other thing in your life that has any meaning, you've also, your days have kind of melded together, and your recollection of what she might be trying to mention, it just isn't there. Maybe something is preventing you from knowing. Maybe it's yourself or something else, but she just looks at you wondering if you have any idea what she means. And now, as you remain silent, you see this kind of saddened look go across her face, and she says, "Of course you don't. Never mind. Let's just say that my experience was different from yours. And it's a fate that I would wish to spare you from."
Take that cloak off, you're sweating. And it's bothering me. And we can talk about this later. Because believe it or not, there's really no fate that you can spare me from anymore. So
She says, I'm cold. What? I'm keeping
what do
it
you
on.
mean you're cold?
Well,
I'm
she looks a little pale and she's sweating. What would you like to do?
-2 to the medicine check, right? Incredible things going on in these stats. It's really great.
Are we all noticing this?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty clear just as you're looking at her.
Does it look like how she looked before she had that last seizure?
She just looks like how she's continually looked ever since you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So the thing is that she's not great.
So with my -2, I want to go ahead and try. Can I like put my hand on the back the back of my hand on her head and see if I can clean anything at all? If she's like physically ill.
Just roll me a
or if
quick
this is,
medicine.
like,
Just straight
with
medicine.
my -2. Okay,
Yep.
guys.
Yeah, of course, with your -2. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So her heartbeat is in her head. That means her heart is actually in her brain.
Your
right?
your passive perception would tell you that she is cold to the touch.
Oh,
But other than that, you have
Which
no
is
idea
very
what's wrong with her.
well, that's unusual for tieflings. So I'm like,
Is there anybody that
someone's
has medicine here?
I got one in medicine.
Someone who's smarter,
I have one
practical
in medicine.
measures than me.
Too. Can any of us try this?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I
I'm
just
gonna-
want to. I
sorry,
don't
go
really
ahead.
want to do a medicine check. I want to see if it's like, can I tell if it's magically, that kind of thing?
That might be possible. Roll me an Arcana
Can I roll it?
if you have Arcana. Yeah.
I do. I do have Arcana. It's the one thing I'm good at.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with your sheet there, Chirali.
Why was that?
Because you're still rolling at an
It's-
8.
Because
Oh,
Gelb was
yeah,
asking
yeah.
why it's rolling.
My
We saw
wisdom- my
-2
wisdom's still at
for
an 8.
medicine.
My wisdom
No.
is still at me. Wait, why
That
is
would
it?
be a 6. 6 would be a
-2 would be a
-2.
6. Yeah.
Proficiency bonus.
It's all right. We'll fix it.
I swear to God, if it's still not fixed after I tried to fix it last time. Okay. Someone else just needs to do it other than me.
Yeah, it should be a -1 if it's an 8.
because apparently I keep doing it wrong.
No, it's just a learning curve with the game. It happens to everybody.
Okay, Mom.
It took me a hot minute to figure out Roll20 sheets.
I tried. I tried my best.
I don't know the first thing about any of it unless I have a book in front of me to look at.
Yeah, I got a good grip of it.
Okay. Well then, judging by just her look, and not to mention that you guys have really good rolls. So, yes, Shirali, you would know this to be symptomatic of what she had been experiencing beforehand. But she seemed fine. And now, for some reason, she's not. There is some kind of curse upon her, but it doesn't read like a curse.
Mm-hmm.
I would say with your respective roles, you would know that there is definitely some kind of long dark influence going on here.
We'll just stop and go. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Right now. Right now. Happy thoughts.
And she just says, "What? Why are you looking at me like that?"
What? I'm not looking at you like anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't pay any mind to me. Okay?
As if you telling me that could stop me from doing that, but alright.
And with that, she just doesn't really want to be the center of attention anymore, and she walks forward. But that's also when
Oh no.
when you hear a little crack, a snap of a twig, and it's just up ahead. And you also begin to hear what sounds like maybe movement. There's a little bit of a muffled voice, it sounds like.
Am I able to hear my passive 15?
Yes. You can't tell what it's saying, but it's close by.
Do
Probably.
we all hear it or just him?
My passive is 11.
Yeah, I was like, because I don't know if I would hear a snapping of a twig with a passive of 10.
It's loud enough where it does alert you.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. You wouldn't be able to tell where it's coming from. But those of you who would have a passive perception of above a 14, which is what I was looking for, you would immediately know that probably about maybe, say about 200 feet or so ahead of you along the beaten path, which is a little bit more dry now. Then the terrain also seems to be going up a little bit, just ever so slightly. So you hear a few voices now, actually. One of them laughs, just just typical. Maybe like there's a crowd or something, or you don't know. What do you do? Technically, they haven't noticed you yet, if whatever it is, is even paying attention.
Sylvan is going to immediately go into a stealth position. Maybe find a tree to hide behind where I could get a better vantage point.
Okay. Let me just see what everyone else wants to do before the next thing happens. But essentially, you hear another sort of outcry from somebody that says, "All right, mate, we can camp here for tonight." And it's fairly clear as day. Everybody can hear that.
Okay.
I cast mage armor on myself. Just an abundance of caution.
And so one of the things that you did learn about this sort of blockade is it kind of moves. And that is strategically as well, because this forest has enough paths through it that have been beaten through travel and time, that they have essentially randomized where they keep themselves along the path, so it deters people regardless. So say, just theoretically, someone has one path and they say, okay, if I post myself up here, no one's going to get through. They have to come through me. But what if you got so notorious that people knew which ways not to go? That's when you have to spread your influence out. And that makes it unpredictable and possibly even dangerous for people who want to pass through. So those individuals who don't want to, have their wares stolen or their money stolen or their lives taken usually will opt not to travel them at all because they don't want to risk it. So you guys have happened to come upon potentially a brigade.
Oh boy.
And they don't know you're there yet. So any movement here on 4th after a round or so, you guys can tell me what you want to do, but you can't move more than your movement speed in doing so.
Can I cast? Hold on. Where is it? Ah! I would like to cast Spider Climb on myself.
Okay, I like that.
Find. Are we following like a path, or are we just is there a path cleared among the trees? Or is it just...
There's a beaten path that you're following and one that you've been following, but there have been others that have kind of split off and gone other directions throughout this small grove of trees. And the one that the sound came from, that's actually one of the more well-traveled ones, it looks like.
I want to climb up one of the trees, kind of right at the split from the main path to the offshoot.
Okay.
And see if I can see anything from up there. Maybe travel through the trees instead of on foot, because
yep. With that,
even one less person.
I'll give you perception with advantage on that because you're at a higher point. Anyone else down on the ground want to do anything?
I cast mage armor. That's it.
Okay. Mage armor.
Yeah, and I'm just making. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the horizon and just ensuring we just kind of all get out of this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing the same too.
Go ahead, both of you, please. Just roll me just a quick old perception check because there might be something. We'll see.
This is incredible. Up in the trees and I cannot see anything.
The canopy is really thick up here. You just realize as soon as you get up there, like there's a lot of jungle foliage definitely blocking your view. So yeah, hard to see.
Can I climb through the trees and start following where the noise is coming from?
That's probably going to have to be a athletics check if you want to do that. Also, how are you what's your bonus to your athletics?
Let's see. This is going to be another instance of
It's just interesting.
I really screwed up the character.
Yeah, seeing I just never really thought a warlock would be, traversing the trees like a monkey.
Hey, I took spider climb. I feel like I deserve to use it.
That's true. No, you got that. You're true. Yep, definitely.
With its intended purpose.
It just sounds funny when you sound it like that.
Climbing speed equal to its walking speed. Yeah, just a little acrobatics is fine.
Okay, acrobatics.
That's your dex bonus plus your proficiency bonus. plus your, yeah, D10. Or, yeah, D20, sorry.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll the acrobatics and then tell me what I need to add to it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, did it accidentally roll with it? Damn it. It rolled with advantage, but that doesn't matter because the first one's a 4 anyway.
So that's going to be
I'm
2
about to fall off
plus,
the tree.
yeah, that's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
So, I
It's
mean,
fine.
you can climb up the tree that you're in well enough.
And I'm not gonna fall because like I stick to the tree.
So,
But I just cannot leap to the next one.
no.
Damn
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's okay.
You have a good spot, though, up in the tree.
Okay. I can use a crossbow from up here. That's good enough.
So with, let's see here, we get perception check from Geld. Oh boy. All right, so you hear, let's see. You hear some horses neighing. You don't know how many, but there's a couple that sound off. And there is a continual kind of sound of just conversing. Chatter, the occasional laugh, and you hear some clanging, possibly of, maybe, you're not sure. And it's only before long before the foliage of the jungle kind of gets a little bit more sparse. And let me just get potentially the next map up here. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So what's interesting about this whole scenery is that you guys are pushing your way through the gaps in the bushes, and the ground is lit up. You're walking on sand at this point. It's kind of got this reddish orange hue to it because the eclipse is still high in the sky. And as you get closer, you are able to see that there is a group of humanoids. You're not quite sure from this distance yet, but they are moving about at a junction up ahead where there is a good portion of canopy up above that's shading some of the area. And there are a good number of individuals here, including a few humanoid-looking entities that you have never seen before. And as you gaze upon them, you see that they have 2 arms and 2 legs, but they do not look human. They are chitinous and have sort of a shell-like armor around all of its appendages and its chest, and its head is very much like a bug or an insect.
Ooh.
And it has these antennae that are shooting out of the top of its head, kind of bent at the top, and you see that it has these mandibles on its head that chitter and clack with these sort of sounds.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Would we know what the heck that is?
Well, first of all, put your tokens kind of up here, please.
Okay.
This is a wrong orientation, by the way. You are coming in from the north, traveling south, so I guess that's the correct orientation, now that I'm thinking about it.
I was like,
We'll
wait.
hold on to Sylvan and go, it's gonna eat my face.
Okay.
Sylvan is gonna eat my face.
So you still have not been noticed, and now that you have arrived in this kind of a clearing, it looks like there's a collection of palm trees and other dense brush to your left that is obscuring a good portion of your sight. But up ahead, you see that there's a cart blocking the road, moved into place, seemingly, willingly. A couple of them, actually, now that you are able to peer past that first one. And then you see a rider wearing this colorful clothing combined with leather armor on its exterior. And he's wearing a helmet of leather. And it has this plume feather that sticks out of the top. Looks like maybe some kind of horseman or maybe a cavalry unit. You're not really sure. But just beyond him, standing fairly close, is this creature, this sort of weird bug creature. And now that you're able to get a good look at him, you all can, of course, let's see, what would this be? Probably, if not a history, it would be a straight up intelligence check.
Oh, that's the same for me. So,
Yep.
Yeah,
damn.
we may as well roll.
Dang. I got the
Ooh.
strange shadow.
Oh my god.
I
Hey,
gotta
at least
God.
it's on this.
Michelle's like,
Okay.
a bug, kill it!
Okay.
All
Not
right.
bad.
All right. So, Shirali and Liliana, there was mention of this race in the context of not only Red Brand's lineage, but also the lineage of this area, Champions Run. It wasn't called Champions Run before, at least recently. But these are what's known as the Thrykeen. They are chitinous bug-like humanoids that are very capable in combat. They are their own race. They have their own language that only they can understand, unless, of course, you decide to take the language, which is very difficult to learn. But anyways, the one thing that I will say, and Liliana, you get this information because of the 16. Sorry, Shirley.
Yeah, what's up?
But you know that the Thrykeen are kind of in a tentative relationship with the other races that are occupying Champions Run and all of the lands surrounding the southern reaches. So they are either here out of their own volition or they are here out of force. They do have weapons, and they do have... They look like they can handle themselves.
Oh, great.
So it doesn't seem like it's like against their will because they could fight back.
Potentially, maybe they see a greater purpose with these individuals outside of their own race, or maybe there's other things going on here.
I'm gonna tug on my sister's sleeve.
She just goes, "What?
Marcy, I hate bugs.
I don't
Marcy,
know
I
what to
hate
tell
bugs.
you. Squash them if you hate them."
Marcy, it's going to eat my face.
And
Marcyra's scary.
in fact, she says, "I'm in no condition to fight. What do you all plan to do?"
God. What do we plan to do? Why did you come if you were going to be dead weight?
She looks at you and she says, "Have I not been through enough?"
You could have stayed back and had a relaxing day doing nothing in a comfortable bed, but instead you chose to come.
She's still sweating and she just looks at you. She says, "I'm going to hide in the bushes. If this becomes a problem, I'm going to stay there until I don't hear any more sounds, and then I'm going to come and see what has happened. And if nothing good comes from it, I'm going to leave again."
You're gonna leave and I'm gonna be dead. Okay, guys, what are we doing?
Oh my god.
Hmm.
What are they doing right now?
It looks like they're setting up camp.
Okay.
And
We, like,
they've
sneak
already...
past them.
So you could potentially sneak past them. That would require some stealth. Again, it would be a group check for that.
I'm
if
really
you do
good
want to
at
do
stealth.
it. So what you do notice is that they have positioned a couple of their carts, which you assume to potentially not even be theirs. This may be a situation where they've just raided carts and then taken the carts themselves and have started to use them as blockades and just general obstacles for people
Oh,
to...
so these are like very much bad guys. Like it's confirmed they are bad guys.
Well,
We don't know that.
so
Not.
I would
Like
say...
my thing is, I don't want to attack some innocents that are just setting up camp. You know, like.
So here's the
And
thing.
honestly, we could just go around them. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. You could go around them, but so a bandit, you might call them, is obviously someone that you would find nefarious, but a bandit is also a name given by somebody who might not understand that person's motives. So I think in this situation, because you are Liliana Artanis, you would potentially know that bandits in this terrain, in this area, might be connected with Red Brand or possibly a subset of the clan that he oversees.
Yep, and if these are the guys that are doing the blockade stuff, we did say we were going to help get rid of them.
Yep, you
Yes,
could
we did.
you could
That's true.
use your position to possibly negotiate, or maybe these,
Set a trap.
yeah, maybe you have bad rolls and they might not believe you at all. We'll see if that's the road you want to take, of course.
I feel like Liliana would not be taking point of anything. She would be just following along because she's a naive little girl, and she's like in her 30s, but she is just not. She doesn't know how the world works. So
Okay.
I have pretty good deception too.
I also have a decent little bit of perception.
Let's say Warlock, we know that we know that...
I got a -1, but I got advantage because of my runes.
Are we looking at deception?
That would be a deception, yes. If you're trying to lie to them specifically.
With my screwed up cheat, I have a +7.
So your deception is your charisma mod plus your proficiency bonus if you have deception trained. But if it's untrained, it's just your charisma mod plus your D roll, your D20 roll. Sorry.
Oh, then I have a +4. Never mind. Again, screwed up cheat.
We'll get it fixed.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, so do you all have a plan?
EALN.
No.
Uh, yeah, honestly, not really.
I'm gonna look at Geld. Geld, do you have a plan?
We got kind of 3 options.
As
I'm
So,
going to suggest
two.
that we set sort of a trap.
as those
Perhaps.
of you who have been
When
in
it's
previous
nighttime.
campaigns of mine, you know that there are multiple options here.
Yep.
Okay. Hypothetically speaking here.
What if we devise a trap? Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, well, I was about to say something to be part of the trap. Hypothetical trap. Someone who is able to take a hit. Go be a distraction while the rest of us walk by.
But
And then hopefully disengage fast enough to be
Gel
fine.
did make a good point that we did promise we would handle the blockades.
Yep, that's
Oh,
kind of the reason
God.
why we're out here.
We did do that. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, did you mean handle by force?
No, we didn't mean handle by force.
I think we should go in cautiously, like maybe try to lie to them, and if it fails, we fight them. And just see what
Yeah,
happens.
I say we try to talk our way through it, and then if like you
Be
said,
like, we're here to join Red Brand.
Perhaps
And it
maybe
would
you guys
happen-
can be, you guys can use your disguise and pretend to be some of these people. And
I already used
you're
mine for
walking-
the day.
Oh dang!
Oh, shit.
I got a long
Wait,
rest before I can disguise.
See, hold on.
Yeah.
Ah,
Never mind.
I have my mask. Hold on. I have to see. Give me a second. I have to find my thing. On
This is great.
this guy's self. We'll see if I can use it more than once.
Because we went to the market all together, like same day,
Yeah.
right?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
Son of
I
a bitch.
can. All this says. Okay, I'm gonna send it for DM review.
Just that's a free use anytime.
At will, without expending a spell slot.
Nice.
It's
Yup.
pretty good, huh?
Does that mean I can disguise self?
It does mean that, yes. And Ashal,
Yeah.
amidst the breeze that is flowing through the jungle trees and enveloping you, you can hear this hiss again. And it says, "You must assimilate."
Sorry, you cut out there. What was that?
You
And also, you speak it normally, please.
He says, "You must assimilate."
Oh, I see. He just kind of cocks his head at that, but he'll pay it no mind for right now.
Okay.
So I should disguise myself as one of them? Is that what the
That's best idea
consensus
I have
was?
right now?
And do what?
Hmm.
You could lie and say I found some new recruits.
Not too bad.
Our goal
And
is
just
to like,
walk you all through?
if our goal is to stop them, wouldn't we want to come up with a lie that like about maybe Red Brand telling them that they need to move areas or that they need to do something else? You know what I mean?
Oh, could I disguise self as Red Brand?
Hmm.
That would be a horrible idea.
You would need to know what he looks like.
Correct.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
that probably a more alter self, make it look like Fire Genasi.
That'd be pretty
I
tough.
mean, this is like, I don't know if this would be the best idea, but Marcyra has Red Brand ties.
It's like, hey, guys, douse my head in gas and light it on fire.
Are I already on fire? Pretty much all time. Anyway,
Burn my hair to pieces. This is my last resort.
Suffocation.
copy it. I'll be right.
Go bring it
So,
in.
for one time
Sure.
being, we're gonna try to talk our way in to try to get the main base location, I guess, and then if that doesn't work, we then just attack them all. Kind of getting a little
man.
confused.
Yeah.
But I
We
mean,
can all get
doesn't
better
Marcyra have red brand ties? Couldn't
Marcyra does,
Ow.
but here's the thing: Geld is the wild card actually in this situation.
Yeah,
what's up?
Because he has
I'm a
ties
warden.
with the councils and also the wardens, and they are technically opposed to this group.
yep. And
Yeah,
also, technically, your sister got dumped by Red Brand, remember? Cursed by him and left, I guess, left a
yeah,
rock.
this is true.
I am definitely introducing a bit more of interplay when it comes to alignments and backstories, and also just the general theme of the campaign with every character this time around.
Nice.
Okay,
Darkness and light.
let's think about this hypothetically. If we set ourselves up to get the advantage on them, could we successfully take on all of these people?
Yeah.
I mean, I have spells that can do like large area AoE spells.
Yeah. I say let's give it a shot.
I mean, I told that Love is Love bartender
So
that we would end this blockade for him.
Also, they're kind of right in line, which means if I get here, I have a really good spell to like just
Knock him out.
Let's see if we can make it to that spot then. And then
I mean,
I guess
I can-
Shirali can disguise herself as one of these people. I don't know. Do these guys wear like a uniform?
no, everyone's kind of wearing ragtag clothing, not really matching in any way, shape, or form, and just generally weather torn.
Okay.
I mean, if we're just going in guns blazing, do I really need to do a disguise self? I mean, it doesn't
Oh,
matter
no,
to me
we're
what
not.
they're-
We're gonna try and
like-
get in first, then go in guns blazing.
I could get these 4.
Yeah.
All at once.
Okay, someone
It-
clarify for me.
It's
What
we're gonna
is the plan?
we're gonna sneak closer to them, and probably get some information. Then probably jump to attack if any of that fails. If that's what my understanding is so far.
Here is a little opportunity, maybe an offer from DM to players. If you walk straight up, group totally, just like together, and confront the situation as a whole, I'll give you advantage on any sort of group check you might have for like a persuasion.
Oh,
All right.
let's give
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down with that.
Yep.
Let's just walk up cautiously.
After you change to make yourself look like them, kind of.
Do I have to if we're just going up?
You don't have to, but it might help.
It might help
Yeah,
them
I
not to shoot first, ask questions later.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do it. All this guy's self is, oh god, am I just like a raggedy human guy now? Or
I
can
mean,
everyone,
You don't have to be a
Everyone
guy,
will-
but
Yeah.
are there any women?
of course there are.
I'm gonna go, okay, cool. I'll be a woman then.
Yep.
There are
That's what
actually
I'm-
some pretty fucking badass women in this clan, if you ask me, and you have yet to meet them. But
It's the wonderful time of, well, now it's not Women's History Month anymore, god damn it.
Well, every day could be Women's History Month if you really
Every
believe in
day
it.
is-
That's right.
Every day is Women's History Month in this campaign.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I
Well,
guess I'll just do like.
Hell yeah, sister.
Can I just do the normal? Like, I kind of have a go-to human default.
That's
So
fine.
can I do that with just like raggedy? Well, I mean, I guess I'm already poor and already have raggedy clothing.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So you want to present yourself as sort of just kind of unbecoming of really anybody these days. I'm just kidding.
I'm already unbecoming of anyone. I guess I'll just make my clothes look torn in a way that matches the general look of these people.
How does everyone else want to look in this? Because, well, there's varying factors when it comes into disposition, but also it would.
My clothes are kind of already raggedy as is, so I could just come up as myself.
Okay.
Same with my armor.
I think that Sylvan will not have her hood up this time around, just to kind of give like the illusion that I'm not trying to be shady as fuck.
All right. I
And I'm
like that.
I'm hiding my warden symbol away.
Oh my god, Sylvan, the
That
back
is
of your
fair.
head actually exists.
All right. Here we go.
I'm going
Oh
to prestidigitate myself to make myself look dirtier.
You know what? I love all of this. What's going to happen here is you guys get advantage on your group check.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
brother.
Nice.
Is it just like a group charisma check?
It's like
or-
you all just like lick the palm of your hand and swipe it over your hair
Yeah.
and just pull it back and you're like, let's do this.
Yeah, we need to set up the Riz.
It's hard romantic. Come on, you can't say that and then not expect that reference to be.
Yeah, I got that reference. I got it.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna advance
How are we
everybody's
walking?
tokens. Yeah, how are you doing the swagger walk where you kind of like pull one leg a little slower than the other, or
Oh my god.
I'm just trying to figure out like how far we're allowed to walk. Or are you gonna move us?
yeah, you guys can totally walk freeform, no rounds or anything involved. So
Beautiful.
wherever you want to go.
I want to end like here.
Okay.
But you gotta get to the
I
car
guess
and
I'm
have to wait
gonna-
through first.
Well, first off, I'm gonna stop you right there, Liliana. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I can move back.
You hear there is a figure beyond the carts here. A horse neighs, and there's a, oh, you, stop right there.
What
And
are you
they
talking about? mate?
turn around quickly.
Cripplingly British.
You hear a cacophony of voices collectively all just kind of alerting themselves to something. And you hear a stomping of feet. And sure enough, little by little, one by one, there is a group of bandits that kind of just converge on the area. And we'll just say, just for shit's sake, the chitinous creatures, however, seem uninterested.
That is fair.
Hey, if he's gonna talk in an accent, I'm gonna blend in.
So they've all
What up?
kind of been alerted. They look at you beyond the cart. They say, state your business.
What are you talking about? What's my business? We're going on to the next. What are you all doing?
Tending to our wounded. And,
Wounded?
yeah, you.
Wounded? Well,
Sorry.
they've sent another party after you.
And
what you just said.
Haven't they known to give up already?
they kind of go a little silent and maybe are somewhat confused. But you just hear coughing
Oh.
kind of resounding out through the area that you're in. And It's almost like one of those choking coughs, like like that.
Okay. I want to.
Wow.
Is there
Hey.
like a lead-looking guy that's talking to us?
Sure. There's one sitting on horseback, right here.
All right. I'm gonna look over at him and go. Wait, maybe I can. Have to admit, go evoking magic. Can I help some of your wounded before me and my crew pass through? I'm happy to help.
He's going to look at you up and down.
Oh, okay.
Roll me your persuasion.
Everybody or just her?
You guys can roll group. If you do roll group, I'm going to have some kind of input from at least half of you.
Okay. So this is just my charisma bonus, as I recall. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If we do roll group, we get advantage, right?
Yep. This is the advantage roll that I mentioned.
Okay.
Holy moly. Nope. Oh, man.
It's all right. Group checks are good. And that as long as half of you make it, you all succeed.
God damn
Alright.
it.
Well, hopefully, it's.
Come on.
Oh wait,
Wait, wasn't the whole thing with advantage though?
Yes.
For persuasion.
Yep. So Sylvan, you get another one.
Oh, I get another one.
You
And
too,
Shirley, you get
Shirley.
another one.
Oh, that's
Oh,
even
right.
worse.
Okay.
God, why are my rolls always crap?
All right. Well,
Wait, why did you roll perception?
Go ahead, Shirley.
Perception,
Oh,
Sylvan.
shit. My bad. Sorry, I clicked the wrong. I saw the P.
That's right.
Just persuasion, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Oh, yeah, it still sucks. See?
Yeah,
my,
I got a
my rolls are
17.
just shit.
Hey,
This game
I got a
beats me.
17. Please tell me that in the 24.
And the
Carries
12.
the
The 12 isn't
one-
bad.
Carries the rest of these people that can't lie for
Be
shit.
right back.
well, I got a 12. Like, don't cut me some slack,
No. I shall not.
bruh.
So let's see here. Just
The
calculating.
17 is me trying to persuade this guy that I'm actually from the place where this accent comes from. That's what part of this is.
All right. So here we go.
Oh, God.
We'll wait until Sylvan gets back before we do this. In fact, if you guys need to like use the bathroom real quick, you can do so because unfortunately you did not succeed in your group check and
God
we
damn
will be
That's
commencing
fair.
combat.
Yeah.
I'll-
Damn
I'll-
it.
Although I may as well just kind of text you something in the meantime.
Yep, go ahead.
I
hell
blame that
is-
entirely on Ishtal.
Hey, I leave it to the dice.
How do we move with this thing in the way?
You
don't.
unfortunately will have to go around it.
so yeah, you either go.
Oh, that's not
I'll
bad.
go this way.
Well, you'd have to go around. You could, yeah. If you vault
Oh,
over the harness there, that's
gonna
technically
go
5
climb
extra
the
feet
tree.
of movement.
I'm gonna go climb the tree and embrace my true self, which was always a chimpanzee.
So what's
Oh,
the
I was about to say
spell-
tree hugger, but that works too.
And no one ever wanted to acknowledge it.
So what's the spell you're talking about, Tristan?
Aganar Scorcher.
Technically, you could just shoot it through these things too.
Yeah, but it's only 30 feet. I'm trying to get the most amount. So, like, what I wanted was to, like, be somewhere, like, here-ish. But I'm not gonna make it. if I could get like here, then it would end up getting 5 of them.
Hmm.
But there's no way I can get there with the cart in the way.
Hmm. Do you have any sorcery? You're a sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
What's your sorcery points?
I have 3 sorcery points, careful and twin spell.
Ah, dang it. I was wondering if you had the longer range one. I think it would increase
Wait,
that.
what do I have? I have. Oh wait, when you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack. Oh, it doesn't require an attack roll. Never mind. I have spell sniper. Agonar's doesn't require an attack roll.
Nope, sadly. Yeah, funny enough, reading the sculpture has a range of 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Combat.
if it emanates from you but has a range of 30 feet, isn't that weird?
It's a little
What do
weird.
you mean?
Now, to cast a spell, it has a range of 30 feet, but the thing goes out from you 30 feet long.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I could get here, then I think I can get that. I think I can hit 5 people if I get here, but then I run risk of getting smacked in the face with a horse, you know?
Yep. Or stabbed.
And I don't really want to hurt the horse. I just want to hurt the people.
I mean, we all don't want to hurt the horse, but sometimes you got to do things that are unsavory.
Well,
Like turning the horse into glue.
Jack, I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Sorry, Tristan.
Sorry about that, guys.
You're good, but at the same time, holy shit.
I
Missed out
know.
on some good stuff, I'm sure.
Can
Try-
I say that I started next to Shirali?
Absolutely. Sure.
Aw, you want to be next to me?
You guys
Hey,
are
you're next to
in the
her.
positions that you want.
Aw.
Yeah, I'll scooch myself up here.
Lily likes me the most.
Hell
So,
yeah.
unfortunately, you failed your group check with the persuasion.
Of course.
Yeah, but you won't ruin it for me. I had it going.
What? Who? What? You don't just say things and they're magically canon.
That was a feat that I took. I'm kidding.
I think I'm good. I think I
Okay.
can get to where I want to go.
Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll initiative as he says, "I don't believe you," and
that was
everybody.
Very dramatic.
Damn, I'm not gonna get there in time. It's fine.
I don't believe you.
They're all gonna get there before me.
Okay.
Oh no, Gil.
Roll initiative. Yep,
Alright.
that's about right.
So what we're gonna do is, I guess we're gonna.
Of course, it's
Ooh.
never attached to the token
Eh.
because why would anything ever be easy for me?
Easy peasy, lemon
I'm gonna
squeezy.
turn for these two guys, although I don't think they will be joining the battle. Oh,
I don't believe you.
I'm just gonna, put these. Where's my initiative? There it is. The Thrykeen are ready to go, despite. Oh my god. Okay. Despite their
Oh my
own
God.
inhibitions, maybe.
God damn it.
I think, I have this feeling that you guys are going to be fast friends with the Thrykeen.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
we're gonna be very intimate with him very soon.
Okay, let me just get
No, you
these
know what?
others
They-
here.
They don't speak common, right? They only speak their language.
Their own language, and they only understand their own language.
And how
So
the
how
hell
old
are
is
they interacting with the do the bandits know Thryking?
Sign language, probably.
There is
No, because they only understand their own language.
so there is also certain magical spells that might.
Oh yeah.
They
Right,
tap Morse code into the ground.
Spells that I did not take.
There's also
No,
subtle kind of little clicks that a humanoid, such as a human or anyone who has a mouth, really might be able to do to mimic certain commands. If that makes sense.
You know
Okay.
why we failed? Because my disguise selves keep getting more and more unconvincing. The more I choose.
I'm gonna have the bandits have their own turn order.
I don't know why my initiative decided not to link my token again. But it wasn't good anyway.
Your feet is fucked. What it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
My rolls suck.
Yeah, mine are worse.
This might work for us though. If they all come running at us, it might work.
Then we got
We
the
all
leaders.
That's what
Oh
happened.
god. Oh god. There we go.
Yeah,
guy
I'm
with
just
the hood
hoping I
looks
live in
fancy.
that one.
If Fallout fails, if we get them into one big ball, I have a necklace of fireballs.
Oh my
Hey.
god. I forgot about that.
Okay, we
I
only have
All right.
I also have Wither and Bloom, as well as Agonizer, Scorcher, and Thunderwave.
Hey, you know what you can do?
Oh, that was gonna be useful.
You can just F off with that.
Thunderwave, I don't think I realized how nice Thunderwave was, and then I kept fucking up all of Matt's combats when I was in his game for LOR. And so now I'm like, every time I play a spellcaster, I'm like, Thunderwave is added.
Love it. All right, so I think what we'll do is, seeing as we're right at the start of combat, we will say that one of the Thryking over here grabs his what appears to be a very crudely formed it looks like a double blade, like it's attached. There's two blades attached to a central shaft. And he just leaps high into the air. And it is towards, well, all of you in general. And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Yeah, I kind of figured with how late it was.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
forget what I was gonna do. It's okay. I'll try to remember.
Just
Just
type it in the
write it
chat.
down, Tristan.
Necklace of fireballs.
Let's go. I'm sure I'll just whatever. I'm sure I'll have the same thing next
Yeah.
time.
Just type
I'm
it in
saving
chat.
the necklace of fireballs for Harbinger.
You know, I respect that.
Hey, what I don't have in skills with Roll20, I make up for in incredible humor.
Because my players withheld the Vengeful Gaze of God for my BBEG in my 3.5 campaign at the end of the game.
So
So-
awesome.
Nice.
Yep, 305
fair-
D6.
I have
God.
you gave me something that gives me a certain number of charges and takers, and if the person is evil aligned and they fail a saving throw, they just get swallowed up
Yep.
by the hells. And I've only used it once, and I just don't want because Al and Matt were gonna die. But other than that, I've been saving it for Chuckles.
I know you're saving. You know, Chuckles is just not as squishy as you think he is.
Yeah, what
I
if it's
understand.
chaotic neutral?
That's all right, though.
Here, I can find the Where is it? Launch game.
Anyways, that is the session for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and other. So next week we will pick that up with the combat.
You.
Yep.
And I'm
Sounds
very
good.
much looking forward to this next arc of the campaign because it will give you kind of a. Well, see, the thing is, I actually expected you to go elsewhere, but it's interesting that you are taking up this particular arc because it plays into not only Shirali's backstory, but a little bit of a political intrigue with the campaign. So it might even give you a little secondary perspective as to what is going on fully behind the scenes.
Cool.
I
Mhm.
love that I can't remember what my own sister's bad dreams are.
I am
was a
very
really
sorry. I was actually expecting you to learn at least some little tidbit from that, but
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, if it was an experience we went through together, I'm sure it's like Shirley sitting there going through the file drawer, like, okay, what trauma from our childhood could she possibly be
there's
talking
also
about?
narrative potential for later on in the campaign where you're like, oh shit, I remember now.
Repression. It's so wonderful. Best defense mechanism.
It just bury that shit deep down. Forget about it. Let it surface up unnaturally and unhealthily.
I'm gonna go. Bye, guys.
All right.
Yes,
Press it.
yeah.
Press all of it.
Okay.
Bye all. Have
Good
fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.